special teams.
Cunningham pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball.
I feel like that's something that we want to try to revive in Detroit and restore and try to, bring that feeling back to basketball and to Detroit.
You have to put some respect on the Pistons' name now.
Say hello to the bad boys.
Detroit basketball! Bad boys!
Oh, man, how fun is that, right? Isaiah, Chuck Daly, Spider, the whole gang. Pistons lead the Eastern Conference. Cade Cunningham, first-time All-Star this season, 25 points, nearly 10 dimes a night for Detroit. A good chunk of those assists have gone to Jalen Duren, 22-year-old big man, hoping to make his first All-Star game this season, averaging a career-high 17 points on 63% shooting from the floor.
He ain't missing, Hannah.
No kidding. I got that perk. Pistons head to the Bay tonight, taking on Steph and the Warriors. Curry leading the league in three-pointers again. Are you kidding me? He's done that 11 of the last 13 seasons. Those three-pointers, are we looking at that perhaps as a deciding factor in this matchup? The Warriors lead the league in threes per game. Pistons have a very stingy defense, allowing the 7th fewest threes per night. All of which brings us to senior writer Anthony Slater. Now, so with the trade deadline only 6 days away, what's the latest on Golden State's pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yeah, it's interesting. Warriors GM Mike Dunleavy's actually in New Zealand, was at a game yesterday between two potential lottery picks down there in Auckland, which would tell you while he is making a ton of calls, and he is probably he's the driver of this pursuit, he's also making alternative plans, right? They may use this 2026 draft pick, and he needs to try to find players, to potentially use that on. As far as on the ground, Jimmy Butler in San Francisco last night has 2 events. He's on crutches going into these events. He's getting ready for ACL surgery. Jonathan Kuminga is trying to rehab a minor bone bruise. He's kind of been looking forward to this trade deadline for various reasons for a while. And then Steph Curry and Draymond Green, talking to them, they're focused on trying to win. They got to beat the Pistons tonight. They're trying to climb in the standings. So while they will be involved somewhat in these later stages of these conversations, they got to focus. Yeah,
listen, the Pistons just got rocked last night, coming off a terrible loss. What's the plan for the Warriors tonight, slowing down that dynamic Detroit duo we just talked about?
Yeah, I'd point to 2 of the Warriors' summer additions as quietly important, especially in this post-Jimmy Butler rotation, where DeAnthony Melton is really rising. He's on a minimum. They got him this summer. He rehabbed his own ACL injury. He'll probably guard Cade Cunningham a decent amount. He's become one of their better point of attack guys. And then Al Horford finally is being placed as their starting center. They've upped his minute limit to about 24. They're planning him next to Draymond Green. Steve Kerr says he's sticking with that. And they need to be a really good defensive team. I think they're going to be limited without Jimmy Butler offensively. It's going to be a lot of Steph, and then they just need to stop Cade and Jalen Duren by having Al Horford and Draymond Green really using their brains on the backside of the defense.
Slater, thanks. We appreciate you. We know we'll be talking to you very soon. All right, talking about some on-the-floor stuff with Golden State. That's something new, given all the news there. But the Pistons, are they kind of gotten exposed on this road trip a little bit, right? Like a close game against Denver. They lose by 18 to the Suns. What do they need to do?
Well, I believe they're going to bounce back. When you think of the Pistons, the first word come to mind is physicality. Right? I don't like the Pistons that walk into the game and be retaliators. I like the Pistons that walk into the game and be instigators. That's who the hell they are. They one of the most, if not the most physical team in the game. Stick to your bread and butter. Get to that two-man game between Cade and Duren, and Beef Stew and Duren, y'all do what y'all do down low, and that's beat people up.
Yeah, I love it because they're getting back to their championship DNA, right, with this franchise, which is really, really cool.
They want some action.
Yeah, and Cade Cunningham, I mentioned he's an all-star, so we got the all-star reserves coming up this weekend. So I really want to know from you guys, who's one all-star reserve that you really want to see, Wendy?
Well, I'll give you a guy who, if he made the team, he would play full speed in L.A. in a couple of weeks, and that is Norm Powell from the Miami. He wanted to make it so bad last year from the Clippers. He got traded. He's having even a better year this year for the Heat. And look, I know the Heat are in the play-in right now. They've had a lot of stuff go on with this roster. Norm has been a vital piece going forward. And look, I know he's not going to be on the first or second line, but he has had a remarkable career. And if nothing else, he has proven to have an all-star mindset, and I think he should be rewarded.
How about a guy that's a champion that is probably the most shocking to not have been named an all-star previously, 9 seasons in? Jamal Murray.
Yeah, how has he never made it? I don't get it.
Well, because at start of season, sometimes he deals with injuries.
I know.
He misses a couple of games. It's really how you start the season that gets you all-star, not necessarily how you finish. Because he's known for finishing postseason playoff games, but I'm just glad that this is a career year for him. 26 points per game without a foundational job of keeping this team competitive. Congrats, Jamal. Long overdue. Better late than never.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mine, I'm going with Mr. Jack of all trades, Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, who has been playing at an all-NBA level, some could say MVP level down there for the Hawks. 22 points, over 10 rebounds, almost 8 assists, and he's doing it on 50% from the field, 35% from the three. You know why it was kind of easy for them to get Trae Young? Because of what he's done and what he's brought to the table. When he came into the league, I thought he was just an athlete. No, this man is a complete all-around basketball player.
Yeah, didn't play for the Hawks last night, unfortunately, because of calf tightness, and they
is returning to the lineup tonight against the Clippers at home. He's missed the last 4 weeks plus with a knee injury, and the Nuggets actually went 10-6 without Jokic in the lineup. But my understanding is Nikola Jokic has been chomping at the bit to play. He wanted to get back out on the floor here this week. This now opens up the window, Hannah, for him to be eligible for his potential 4th league MVP and All-NBA honors if he's healthy for the remainder of the year. And also, it puts him in position to play in Sunday's showdown against the Thunder in Denver, which will be a matchup of the MVP frontrunners with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic.
But we have seen these Nuggets just battling injury after injury all season long, still managing to stay afloat. We did see Aaron Gordon go out a week ago, re-injuring that hamstring. How long is he going to be out?
Hannah, I'm told Aaron Gordon is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks, but the Nuggets will err on the side of caution. So look for this to be closer to that 5-6 week period for Aaron Gordon. He re-aggravated the same hamstring that he missed just over a month with in late November. So I expect a cautious approach, second seed in the Western Conference.
I know, it's incredible what they're doing. Gordon's only played 23 games this season. They just continue to push forward. Shams, thank you. All right, now we're going to go to the matchup of the rookie Dookies that lived up to the billing last night. Yeah, we got Kendrick, we got Shanae, we got Wendy, fresh off his birthday and back to work to talk about Cooper Flagg and Colin Knippel. Look at this, 49 points, most by a teenager in NBA history. And then we have Con Knippel, his college roommate, who kind of got the last laugh in this one, but look, 3-pointers against the Mavericks. That is a Hornets single season rookie record. So let's get to it. How crazy is that, right? Those two teammates from last year just absolutely, look at that scene right there. That's nice.
You know, I think it's pretty well known that was my roommate last year, and you know, just to have a night like this with him, and you know, I know how special he is, and you know how hard he works. So it's just funny, you know. I think, you know, 10 plus years down the road, you know, I think we'll both be looking back on this, you know, as a pretty special thing. You know, I know we'll both be in this league for a long time, so it's pretty special. You know, that's my brother for life, and you know, I got really high praise for him and what he can do.
Just seeing that he's in control of the game, you know, gets the switch, and he's never going too fast, comes off the pick and roll. You know, it's hard for me to guard him because he's a lot bigger than me, and he's put me in jail. So just, you know, he was playing at his pace tonight. Yeah, just a heck of a game.
This absolutely lived up to the billing, did not disappoint. All right, y'all, take it away. Show us what you saw last night.
It's time to go shot for shot. Big bro, little sis. Of course, because I'm a way better shooter than Kendrick Perkins, I'm going to take Con Knippel. I know y'all know capture the flag. What about Knippel for triple? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good.
Are you so mad? Look at his face. Can we go to his face really quick? This is his face because I told him I'm a better shooter. These are facts, okay? Facts only. Let's start with Con Knippel. He's averaging 18 points per game. And it's wild because he does things very Steph Curry-esque. He moves without the basketball to get his shot. This right here will lead into a flare screen, which I love. There's the flare, and then this is how he gets his open look. There are people in question. The help defense is not up, knocks it down, making so many threes to start the year, almost 8 attempts a game. Now, we saw the flare screen. Now let's talk about the pin down. Here's a pin down action, a great screen right here at the top of the key. All he has to do is put his hands to look at the rim and then follow through. Here's a graphic that I want to show you guys. Clearly, he's a long-range specialist. 161 three-pointers this season. 3rd most right now in the NBA, only trailing who? Steph Curry and Donovan Mitchell. Shout out to Knipple.
Well, you may be the better shooter, but damn it, I'm the better finisher. And that's what we saw last night out of Cooper Flag. Second 40-plus point game this season for the youngster, and you could tell that the game is slowing down for him. They run a little rub screen to get him the ball. Look, quick go. Catch and go, quick to the rim, snatching the screws of poster. He is in the pick and roll right here. He waits for it to clear out. Daniel Gafford rolls. They come with another screen, gets the switch to Lil Hezzy, coming down the lane, finishing with the left, and that's when he finished with his 49 points. Two of his 49 points. Dual threat finisher. This is the graphic right here. This is what he's doing in great fashion.
Wait, hold on. He came for me. I'm gonna use some time with our researcher J. Joe to figure out where we are in field goal percentage.
Yeah, I really want to know.
Get out your feelings.
I want to know the facts.